Hey guys, this video is a little trippy because I'm on a rocking chair, and, yeah, so I would just like to talk a little bit about basically cosmology and, the search for extraterrestrial life. Now, uh, I was just watching Martin Rees. If you're not familiar with him, he's a very good writer about cosmology and physics, astrophysics to be in particular, and he says a lot of very interesting things about the universe and evolution. One of my favorite things that he says is life at the end of our solar system will be as different from us as we are from bacteria. And he also mentions that we're less than halfway through the life of our solar system. We've only been around for what, 4 billion years or so? 4.5? Solar system's still got another like 5 billion years to go. So yeah, there's a lot more potential for life in the future, and it's interesting to note that life now is not the same as it used to be, obviously, but for some reason life has always been, changing and changing and becoming more complex and ever stranger as it goes on. I'm sure we're as freakishly different from the first vertebrates as whatever in the future there will be from us. But yeah, that's just an interesting side note, I guess. What I really wanted to talk about is basically the possibility for intelligent life in the universe. It's very interesting because we've barely even begun to scratch the surface of this investigation. It's actually just started. In the past 10 years, we have found, I think, 330 or 360 extrasolar planets. Most of them are just gas giants because they're the easiest to detect. But most of these planets have been discovered in the past few years, but overall, 10 years, we have about 360. That's amazing, actually, and it'll probably skyrocket now that the Kepler Telescope has been launched, and I don't know if it's operational yet. For those of you who aren't unfamiliar with the Kepler Telescope, it's basically a telescope with the sole intention of looking for Earth-like planets around other solar systems. This is some pretty good progress, and I don't know what division of NASA has launched this, or if it is even NASA. Is it another space organization? I don't know. It sounds like it's NASA. And it's very related to SETI, and I don't know if it is directly connected to SETI or not. But basically what we have here is a very interesting time period where we're finally developing enough technology to begin to really have more to say about life in the universe. I guess you could say it's likened to us developing the first telescope and seeing the cosmos out there, and now we're doing it in an even more complex way. We're actually able to kind of go out and look for other Earths. This is the first time. We even speculated about like Mars and Venus having life on them, and we obviously didn't have it the way we have it, at least on Mars. There's chances on Mars for there being life. Now that they've another good fact, they discovered water on Mars, liquid water. It's very salty, but it exists. So it's very interesting. And basically, we're kind of getting this cosmological expansion of awareness. And sure, you can argue it hasn't hit the general public. It hasn't affected us as much as it's going to affect the sciences. But it still will have an impact if we discover. Like 581c is, I think, 6 times larger than Earth or something like that. But it's in a temperate area of an another solar system that is capable of having water like we are. It's not too cold and it's not too hot. It's right where we are, and it's a little bit bigger than our planet. So the chances of there being life, sure. Could it be just a rocky, barren planet? Yeah, I guess it could be. There's just not enough information right now. But the Kepler telescope will help specifically look for planets like this. And I'm sure in the future there'll be even better telescopes, better instruments that are designed to pick up on more subtle clues that are in other solar systems. So let's say we'll have a nice wide array of different types of telescopes which get different information, and we'll also find ways to almost reverse engineer the information we get back. So we can indirectly detect things about another solar system that we wouldn't be able to do beforehand due to some new technology or some kind of new way to use older technology, such as I think the Hubble Space Telescope. We found ways to find planets in there in old pictures due to variations in, I think, either sunlight from other planets or how gravity affects the sun, like the wobbling. I'm not sure about the specifics, but that's basically how we've gone about doing it. So, yeah, this is sort of as a side note, this is a very interesting topic for me. I'm very interested in space and cosmology. I've been like that since I've been a kid. I mean, they always say, you know, um, everybody wants to be an astronaut. Well, I did, and I still kind of do. It'd be kind of awesome, but that's not the way life has taken me. But I still enjoy studying cosmology very much, in space and astrophysics. So yeah, I guess this leads to the second part, because this whole thing has sort of been a ramble about stuff we're doing right now, about discovering life on other planets. I guess the next question is, what about something a little closer? We're looking for Earth-like planets, but what about right here in our solar system? Well, I think there are at least two possibilities for life being on planets other than Earth. One, being on Mars. Now, the exterior of Mars is very harsh. There probably isn't life on the surface of Mars. There's very little data to conclude that there has been for a long time, if there ever was. However, since we've found salt water on the surface of Mars, there's a good chance that there are underground areas of Mars that are caves, caverns, things of that sort. Underground terrains that may have running liquid water and inhabitable places for organic life, at least at a cellular level. And this is very fascinating because on Earth we have many areas which seem to be unable to support life, basically acidic, and yet life is thriving in these underground caverns. So scientists are thinking the best bet for life on Mars is underground, and there's very good chances of that. Although discovering this would be very difficult unless we go over there or we develop some kind of instruments that dig. Either way, it's asking for a very complex and daunting challenge for scientists to develop and engineer something to get over there or to develop tools to dig. Another reason to believe that there's methane on Mars, well, I just gave it away. There's methane on Mars. In other words, methane plumes have come out from Mars, and very good chances that this is an organic excretion. I mean, organic life gives off methane as a waste product, and this is known to happen on Earth. So we're thinking, since we've seen these methane plumes, there's a very good chance that this is organic in origin. Living things are producing this, or have produced this in ages past, and it's now being released. So these are all very good chances for life having been on Mars. So yeah, there was recently this plume on Mars. They did a NASA press conference about this, and this methane plume popped up. I forgot exactly where, but it had either two possibilities. One, it's Mars is geologically active, and two, Mars is biologically active. Both are very interesting, although I like two a little bit more because it's even more interesting. So yeah, those are the two things. Underground caverns and methane plumes are very good, I guess you could say, tips for us to look for where to look on Mars for life and whether or not Mars may have life. Second place, I'm gonna get into this in the next video. I guess this is gonna be a little space space diversion, but yeah. thanks for listening, and next video.